strength is your own doubt. Just don't listen to it, okay? Remember what you learned on training, and trust yourself. Right now, you're the strongest person in the whole universe. You saved my life and our friend's life so many times, and you're going to do it again. Right now! If anywhere in your mind you're holding back because you're worried about the planet, forget about it. Don't hold anything back. Got it? There's way more power in you. Why are you holding back? Let it out. Do it now! Release it. Release everything. Remember all the pain he's caused and the people he's hurt. Use your anger. Let your power explode. Now's your chance. I will not let you destroy my world!
Yes, I can talk now. Now I gotta go with the blast thing. I can identify a blast pretty easily. That's Saitama too. My favorite two heroes in that anime right now. But Garo too, I ain't gonna lie, he be calling them motherfucking fake heroes out and they bullshit. Anyways, like what you saw here was quite a lot, that was like the beginning of time, and then this is like on the 15th. Told you that was back in May. Had that eclipse with the sun, blood moon one, and it was a super moon at the same time. You know, I did a power on that day, stuff happened, and then it echoed through time. That's why it's called a holy day. You're supposed to observe it, it echoes. That's how I know about these sevens. What's 7 plus 7? Like I've been telling you, 14th, just like with the Tonga thing. Now I understand why that day is so powerful besides the 14th thing, like, because the actual events with Tonga happened on the 15th. And then this eclipse on the 15th as well. And now this echoing. And it's literally like I told you, my mom's birthday today. Try calling her. She's going through something right now. If y'all could pray for her, I'd appreciate it or whatever. But she didn't pick up her phone, so she's probably going through something. I'm not surprised. The devil always attacks people when they're doing, when it's like, you know, around their time. Because like, just like with Will Smith, it was like the devil comes at you when you're at your, when you're at the Oscars receiving a fucking reward. You know what I mean? Like comes at you when you're peaking. You know, I've been peaking for a long time, just endlessly. The devil's just constantly trying to be a roadblock, but like it's funny because now he's just like become this little battering ram that orbits around. It's pretty funny that I use against other things that try to get around me, and then they just become a part of it too. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. Both of those, like the smaller one was on the 14th. It was after fireball hit the, you know, the sun. There's that one that came out right when I was showing y'all this planet, the first one ever. Well, not the first one I discovered. The first one I ever discovered on that camera. The clown that I showed it to, like, didn't even understand it was fucking an unknown planet. Like, I should give him a challenge of like getting more footage of Mercury on that. I'll try to see if I can find it first, but I already showed you in the video I couldn't. It's literally not it. It's not labeled. If it is labeled, it's fucking inverted or something, and it's not showing how fast it's really going. I just don't think Mercury's that big compared to the sun, or that it orbits that close to the sun, or that it warps through the sun and changes time and all this shit. It just never shows up on the camera. I literally tried hard as hell to find that thing. I just went like endlessly to the future in that video, trying to show y'all this is it basically. You think Mercury is really that big and that close to the sun? Like, this shit does it in like one frame, bro. Oh yeah, that was the beginning one. I want to show you the one where it does it in one fucking frame. Shit's crazy. But yeah, literally 6 years later, after 2013, that's literally when first in 99. You see how it's not labeled? Mercury's all the way up there. And then watch how fast it goes across. Funny how they don't label that one. You can see Mercury's way over there now. It's nowhere near that object. The object's still right there. Dude doesn't know what he's talking about, man. Doesn't understand what he's even looking at when I be showing him stuff. I want you to see this thing move in one frame. I think I do that. I show it in the later part. That's when the Earth started to pop up. Watch it. See how it jumps? I'll do it right here. Watch the timing. It goes from 17 to 18 in one frame. It goes from 17 hour to 18 hour in one frame. And that's literally when it warps at the same time. It's very obvious. Like watch it. Watch the time. 18 to 7. Just so happened to be 7. Gotta love that, man. My number's like again. And then the 25, that's a 7. And then, you know, 2007. Gonna be more 7s than that. And then got 3 2s. It's too funny. 2 witnesses. 2 witnesses. 2 witnesses. I got 3 witnesses. So it warps on this one too. Watch the time warp from 7 to 18 on both of them. 7 to 18 on both of them. You see what I mean? That's why the time capsule's gone. Why? Last time this guy hit with that bullshit. Lightning bolt. Took out the top and all that shit. I don't care what nobody says. I know what it was. And then find this planet, and then it's like footage that never existed before. And like, I'm telling you, I watch this camera very often. Like the last time before this, I probably watched it. It's probably a few months at most. And I'm telling you, the camera had changed. Like the past footage. Like I hadn't watched the past footage in a while. I don't remember the last time I had watched that past footage. Like I remember I watched it when I first triggered on, and I saw the one that came in 2013, 6 years later. I saw that, and I was like, "Oh, this is the beginning. This is the beginning of it." Because back then I didn't see it at the beginning, like on the behind camera. Like I didn't see that shit. I would have put 1 and 2 together way back. Like then maybe I did see it, just doubted it. You know, like that's why I started this with that pep talk from you know, Air, or what they call Goku or whatever in the anime or whatever. You know, I don't want to over exaggerate an anime. You know, it's like an animal, but like, you know, he was talking about don't doubt yourself. Don't worry about the Earth. The Earth's incredible. I'm starting to think that the sun, just like the moon, how they're like equals. Remember how I realized the moon was really like a parallel version of Earth? That's different. The sun is the same way. And yeah, that's all I can say about it. That's why they mirror each other and they can eclipse each other. And I think the way the eclipses happen when, for example, it's at an angle it shouldn't be able to happen at on the ball is and people can't even really explain it that well on the flat Earth either. It's because it's happening due to this thing they theorized. They theorized that there's basically this type of lensing effect or this invisible object that's interacting with it. And I think that this invisible object is definitely related to these monthly cycles. I wouldn't be surprised if every month is a different orbit of this object, because this thing was going like super luminal and all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if it was something weird like that, but you see how it goes from one side of the camera to the other in 3 days. Mercury doesn't even do that. Mercury sure as hell doesn't get warped like that. Otherwise, it would be getting warped all the time. You see what I'm saying? It would be constantly getting warped, because why would it dip in like that, like a fucking comet? That dude's a lunatic, bro. Like, he'll come up with anything to try and, like, act like he knows what he's talking about. Because if this actually happened, he's gotta admit this is some extraordinary shit that he just really, you know what I mean, can't really comprehend. And right here, I'll show you the frame by frame. Put it. Watch the timer, in case you didn't see it before. I'm gonna do it frame by frame. See? Watch. Boom. All the way to 18. One fucking frame. I've been doing this shit though, man. This is nothing to me, man. It was very interesting seeing this the first time, though, I'll tell you that. But I get used to it. It's kind of like, I'm used to it. A lot more in that thing, like, it's the Big Bang attacks. Literally what this looks like. That's what the sun looks like as well. The sun's got that kind of a look to it. See the sun? A lot more to it that I showed. But 6 years later, this guy, you probably never seen the footage, but I'll show you. This guy opens the fucking, this guy literally was he was the one who opened this shit. And let me be clear, I feel like it was meant to be like a time where the people were heard, because clearly the people should have been heard. We all know there was corruption. I made a lot of videos about how they stole, this event right here. I gave actual proof that they should have brought up in court, but they never contacted me or anybody that had this kind of stuff. Instead, they just brought up a whole bunch of hearsay there, said there's a little bit of good information, like the extra 1 million ballots that came into one district or some shit like that. It was ridiculous, but this is what it is. Yeah, there's definitely some, I'm not sure who that was behind. I'm pretty sure it's just the same shadow hand that controls elections. And the people were mad about it and all that kind of stuff or whatever. But either way, it's like, I don't believe in either side. I don't trust either side, but I feel like this is clearly a moment for people to have changed history, because that's like 2020 was literally when that that thing was coming back through the orbit every 6 years. And I mean, the event is pretty much historic, what I mean? Like, even on the 6th day, I just realized that January 6th, wow. Another confirmation of the punch that went through time. Like, yeah, I told you he was like a fake little Saw 2.0, a little puppet that was gonna act like the good guy. But he's really a bad guy. He did more harm to people than they know. Like, people have no idea how much damage this guy did to them. Wow, I'm realizing something now. Since when, the sunlight blue? That's that Oregon energy going through time, man. It was like, wow, radiating so strong too. It's even inside the building, it looks like, on this one. See, the people were fed up, man. The people were fed up. And that's really what it's about, man. The differences in here compared to Sri Lanka is our government will shoot you, shoot a literal fucking military. That woman that got shot was a military, a Latina, like everything that is about America, according to everything the Democrats seem to care about. Like, it's the military and, people from South or Central America. And then they shot this woman. They actually shot her. Like, Sri Lanka didn't do that. That's the difference. And then in Kazakhstan, it was a Caucasian country. They did the same thing in the same little time span. And then they probably was likely trying to harm people, knowing that the comet was coming. And like the beginning of time comet, in case you don't know about it. Like, yeah, it's like a planet, really, though. It orbits like every 6 years, and it's like it's so fast you can't even see it no more. Like, probably orbits a lot faster than that, I'd imagine, though. I'm pretty sure it's like every day, and literally that's the reason the stars rotate around every day. But yeah, you wouldn't even believe me. You'd have to see the footage, but yeah. That guy was an operative. He was an operative, man. He was one of the guys that let them in. And it doesn't help that Trump was telling people not to have the metal detector. Really didn't help, because guns and all that kind of stuff can nobody from the regular size shot on the first day before they started coming up with their bullshit cover stories. Nobody had died besides that woman that got shot. That was a civilian who was just trying to exercise her right to be like, this is a corrupt government. She didn't even have a weapon on her. And then they shot her for serving this damn country, risking her life as a veteran. and then they switched the whole fucking narrative around and like say people were falling off of fucking balconies and dying from panicking. Like, if they're panicking and killing themselves, that's not the fucking people's problem, man. Like, jeez Louise, maybe that was God pushing them off the fucking railings or something like that. Why didn't I hear about these people the first God knows how many days? So y'all came up with y'all bullshit story. Anyways, another little effect of that thing, and then this theory looking blue as all heck. Interesting year.